Hello and welcome to Bobi Brews. Today we're not going to be playing. We're looking at Phyrexia. All will be one. We'll be pre-brewing or previewing which cards seem the most brewable, clear brew traps, and some bonus content for you. I hope you enjoy this preview, and if you do, make sure to click the thumbs up, share, notifications, subscribe, and leave a comment, but please keep it positive. Without further ado, let's get a taste of this pre-brew. Quick review on how I look at these cards. We're looking for brew-worthiness. This is not the best cards in the set. These are which ones I'm going to try to brew with, and maybe you should too. Rule number 1. Can't be for aggro. We're not about aggro. Sure, aggro sub-themes are okay, but we want combo cards. They can be part of a multi-card combo or a theme deck. That's allowed. We will see one of those today. It can be a non-traditional win condition, like milling an opponent or drawing your entire deck and having Jace, anything like that. And obviously, extra turns. I love playing forever and not letting the opponent play again. Now, let's see the cards. Coming in at number 5, most brewable, we have Atraxa, Grand Unifier. We're not going to play this hard cast. I don't think so. We could, but probably not. Or will we? Probably not. You reanimate this, you cheat it into play somehow, and if you do, you get one of every card. You can see this, with an Omniscience in play. Could be real good. Reanimated in standard. Could be good if you have a 1 with the multiverse. Haven't figured out how to play it, but we're definitely going to brew with this one. Told you there'd be bonus content. Some control, because I like to play control. There's some good stuff in there. The ones I like the most, Kaya. How about we exile that and we make a copy? Sure, it'll be a 1/1, but if it's something like a Titan of Industry, you still get a lot of value. So you definitely want to use it on something that has entered the battlefield or die effects. Aside from that one, we have a couple of good removals here. Pacifism will no longer be a thing. This is much, much better. Can be on an artifact, on a planeswalker. They can't use abilities. It's like a super arrest. I'm a fan. Last one, Childress Edict is much better than Diabolic Edict. You now get to choose token, non-token. How about Planeswalker? This is an awesome card. I'm definitely going to put these in my control. Coming in at number 4, most brewable, is a theme deck. That's right. I'm going to play a toxic or poison counter theme deck with no creatures, but the win condition is going to be poison. That's right. Instants, sorceries, proliferate. We're winning without having a single creature that deals combat damage to the opponent, unless it's for proliferating purposes. Haven't decided yet, but I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a control toxic poison deck. Okay, starting with the brew traps. Coming in at number 3, it is Capricious Hellraiser. Sure, costs 3 less if you meet some insane condition. 9 cards in your graveyard, which, not too insane, but still. High barrier of entry. But then it exiles cards at random. Random. So if you have 9, what are you going to do? It's going to be random. You can, cheat this into play somehow, or wait until you have 6 mana and only have 3 things in your graveyard. But even then, you only get to use 1. It's not good. I might try it because I like a challenge, but I do not recommend brewing with this one. Coming in, most brewable, number 3. It is Nissa. I am a big fan of this. Why? Mostly because of our blue-green Awaken the Woods deck that we built. It had Nissa's command, and we could give everything 2+1/+1s and swing for lethal when we had 5 Forest Strides. Well, this only costs 1 more if you pay it for 7, as opposed to the command, which is 6. And it's going to give +7, +10, a big amount. You can play it mono green, so you have more forests. This is going to be a good one, and I think we're going to beat some opponents just straight out of nowhere with this one. Coming in at number 2 of the biggest brew traps, it is Encroaching Mycosynth. Yes, it's tempting. Everything in your deck that's not a land and is a permanent is an artifact. Whether it's in your hand, on the stack, in your graveyard, anywhere. All of it is an artifact. But what are you going to do with that? There's not much you can do. I think this one, you better stay away from it. Next slide. Wait. Why is Jace coming up? Okay. Yeah. Computer, what are you doing to me? Yes, I know it says target player mills 3 times X cards. Let's just keep going. Wait, you're asking me to play everything as an artifact, then mill myself, and then use Brilliant Restoration? No, it can't be. No, come on. Okay, fine. I will build this deck at some point. It's a brew trap, but I'll do it for you. Some more bonus content for you. I have some Eternal Formats and Brawl cards. And these, I'm a fan. Tyvar. Elf's deck, anyone? Your creatures can tap as though it had haste, give you a bunch of mana, and you can untap a creature, double activated the turn it came into play. This is definitely going into some Elves deck and probably into some other decks. Elesh Norn, this is good for Brawl. Just stop your opponent's stuff from triggering. And how about yours triggers twice? This is going to be a good one. And the Filigree Silex. If you've never played with Powder Keg, it's a pretty good card. Wiping out an opponent's tokens or 1-drops, it's really good. I think this one is going to make it into some of those formats. Coming in at number 2, most brewable, it is Mind Splice Apparatus. Yes, this artifact makes all of your instants and sorcery spells cheaper. You know, I left that in some sort of storm deck or some other deck that wants to play a bunch of counter spells and card draw. This card is great. It has the flash, so you can even play it in a control deck and not tap out until the end of their turn and then play it. I think this might actually be competitive to some degree, and we'll probably see play in some Eternal formats and Brawl as well. This is a keeper. Coming in at number 1 biggest brew trap is All Will Be One. Seriously, this is the staple card of this set. It has the name of the set, Phyrexia, All Will Be One. And what does it do? It costs 5 for an enchantment that whenever counters are put on something you control. So yes, this could be good for if you have planeswalkers and stuff. It's a way of pinging creatures and opponents. But it costs 5, and you tap out, and it does absolutely nothing to the board. Sure, after that, next turn, you have 6 mana. You can probably play a couple things with counters. Maybe take up a planeswalker, a few damage here and there. Over the long run, sure, you can make this work. But a 5-mana card that does nothing? No, it doesn't work. Hold on. Let me just fix that one for you here. Oh. There we go. Sorry, it took me a while to figure this out. All built will be none. Yeah, sounds more appropriate. Okay, coming in at number 1, most brewable. You probably expected it to be a brew trap, and it is, because I just cannot resist. Can't resist Ichor Moon Gauntlet. All your planeswalkers have proliferate, which means they all plus each other. That's great. And then minus 12. Take an extra turn. I know. It seems awful, and it probably is. And you can put an additional counter on something. So you can proliferate if you play instants or sorceries or non-creature in general. I think I'm going to make this one work. I think it's going to do it. And it's going to be our way of, getting semi-infinite turns. Remember that Super Friends deck. It's going to have this. At least 2, maybe all 4. I don't know, because you can draw and discard them anyway. So I'm very excited to play this one. I hope you enjoyed this pre-brew. And if you did, make sure to click the thumbs up, share, notifications, subscribe, and leave a comment. But please keep it positive. Until next time, or precisely this Wednesday, stay thirsty for those brews.